Hi, welcome back to the channel. This is VR Bikes. Well, join us on the last part of the EVA build, which is obviously the Honda CX500. This, I'm not going to spoil it. Watch this. Right, so the clocks are now done. As you know, the cables I think are run in the right place. I've just started on the water journals. The thermostat I've just put in there, I've got new rubbers for all of those water journals, so they're really good. I've put the coils on. I don't know if they're upside down or not, because the writing is upside down, but it does make more sense that the actual HT leads at the bottom. But I'm going to have a look at those in a moment and see where we are. And I think some new leads are in order, because that looks, yeah, not very nice, even if it is working all right. So the coils are just loosely put on. I couldn't get the bolt out of that with my hand because I've put my spanners away, so I'm not getting them out again just for that, because yeah, I don't need to yet. But all of the metalware is new, that's going in, so that's that. And if I just show you what I've done, because of the just giving them a bit of a squirt just to bring them back up to a nice level. And the badges, I've just got my small paintbrush out and started painting them over. And yeah, I know I've gone over it a little bit, but that'll just scratch off. So hopefully I can scratch all that red crap off in that bite as well. They actually look so much better now than they did before. So they are they're good. They're going to be great. Right, today's been a good day as far as parts go. I've got all of the bits I need to hopefully at least get this turned over. I've taken the shroud back off of the fan just so I could route the engine temperature sensor behind properly, because I wasn't quite sure where that went. So I went away and had a look, and now I've got that in the right place, and I've actually plugged it in, so that's fine. There's a bolt that needs to go through a retaining hoop, which is just there on the wire. And the big news is that I have the spring now for the oil filter, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it quickly off camera because the filter's been off already. All we'll do is chuck the spring and put it in. But what that does mean is I can put oil in it, and then we can connect the battery up, see if the start button works. And it's nowhere near ready to run, as you can see. But once that's done, then I can start getting the water journals and pipes and thermostat, which I've buttoned up the thermostat now. I've got a new thermostat in there, and that's ready to go as well. The new the water seals are all laid out, ready to go as well. So I'm hoping that I can get it to the point where the radiator can go on, and the engine guards, and then we can move backwards. I also got today the air filter stubbies, I think they're called, which are down there on the packet, which go into the air filter box, which means I can mount the carbs as well. But I think they're a bit of a pig, so those are quite supple, and they seem to be bending quite well. The ones which go into the engine, the rubbers are a lot more brittle, but we'll warm them up before we put them on. But I just want to make sure that I've got enough clips to button that up, because I don't know all of the trouble of getting that together and then having to take it off again, because that would be a right pig. And I've got a feeling it's going to be a pig to stick these carbs in anyway, as far as space goes. So yep, I'll turn you off here. Next time we'll have oil in the bike, and hopefully we'll be ready just to turn it over. Oh, I've got the indicator as well, and I'm hoping it's the same shade as the other indicator, which is there, and it's bloody different. Oh no, what have I done? Oh, square versus round oval. No. Oh, that's really bad. I've got to cut the spare indicators. I don't know if the lenses swap over. Oh, I hope they do, otherwise that's going to hold me up a bit. Well, it won't. I'll put it on the bike and it's an easy changeover. But yeah, the air filter, got that as well. So I'll just drop that in the hole. So yeah, lots of bits today. So I'm quite happy. Yesterday I was stuck with nothing to do. Today, shed loads. Let's get that filter in. Right, so with oil in it now, all filters been buttoned up. The washer and the spring are in there. I've just checked the oil. It's at the maximum level. Just reconnected the battery just so I can get a test on the start motor. And we'll come across and the oil light is on, which is really good. We're on run. Let's just see what happens. Hopefully I haven't missed something. I have missed something. I've missed something off of the starter because that's not starting. So there's probably something on the starter solenoid I've missed. Just thought about this, and the one light that didn't come up was the neutral light. So I've just put a clip onto the clutch cable, and this should now, hopefully, just taking my mic off because this is a pain. Sometimes you can't hear what's going on. So that sounds really good. It's turning out really well. Why so fast? Because the spark plugs are out, so there's nothing, no compression in there. But yes, that's it for now. So let's move on with the next job of getting the waterways done. Right, so I have now connected the neutral lights, which we'll show you from there. Yep, that's good. And we've connected up the core packs, which were just the one wire, and they earth onto the vehicle motorbike frame. I've got to see where this wire goes. Seems to go this way around just because the clips are this way up. I thought it was the other way around, but I'm going to check before I put this underneath the frame. So that's just on the top at the moment. It can't stay there. I'm going to have to move it, which will be okay. But I've just been inside because just spent another £25 on, well, I'm missing two of these bolts, one there and one the other side, which are M660s. So I've had to order some of those. And on the carburetors, I was looking at them. The rubber flange band, whatever you want to call it, that goes around just to clamp the rubbers onto the carburetors. I've got the two for the air cleaner side into the carburetor, but not from. Oh, I was going to look at. I forgot. It was the bloody gaskets? Oh, right. So that and the small rubber O-rings that go on the inside of the carburetors as well were missing. So that was another £25 spent. So anyway, what I can do now is, because we've got a bike that's turning over, and we could test the spark. Let's see what happens. Got a spark. How cool is that? Oh, this is cack-handed. Yes, spark both sides. Great news. Right, so I've done a couple of bits. This side is in and it's good. No problems there. The other side is in. Obviously still with the wrong bolts, but I've ordered some now, so that's really good news. And the only thing that really was a pain, took me ages, was this pipe here, and that was getting the new rubber to go in the hole. It just seemed like it was too big. I ended up using one of the old ones that was good. So I'm kind of hoping that holds. If it doesn't, then it comes off again, which is will be a pain, but not the end of the world. So that now leaves me with the next task, which is going to be just buttoning up the front now. So we'll get the radiator on, we'll get the shroud on, we'll get the radiator on, we'll get the engine bars on. I keep saying that so I don't forget them. I'm going to stick the spark plugs in and chuck the leads on just for the time being until I can get some more leads, and then I'm going to see about the carburetors. Once carburetors are on, we can go for a test start. So how far away are we from that? Well, that's a really good question. I need the clamps and they're on order, so I'd say at least 3 or 4 days from now. Right, let's get a little bit of light in here because the next part is quite interesting for me anyway. Just first, God, this weighs so much. You won't get this nowadays. Being fantastic plastic. Right, so this goes on, and then the radiator and the crash bars. So we can do this now. This is a little bit fiddly. I found the first time, and I've just got to get it in the right position to slide in, and it doesn't really like doing it. Right, so that's in, and that is in so much better than the first time I did it. I seem to be getting a lot of practice doing things over and over again on this bike. There is a lot of overspray, etc. on here. Now I do need a couple of clamps, and I'm not sure if I've got them. It's the bottom one, it's the top one. Right, so I've got 4 engine guards. I do just want to make sure they're all the same before I put them on. That seems to be a pair. That is smart. I like that. That is really nice. What do you reckon? Definitely starting to look more bike-ish. Radiator is on. The engine guards are on, but I'm not sure about this. Now, what I did notice was that the engine guard was hitting the water pipe here. Now, I can pack this out to about there, which gives me a gap. I'm going to have to get a longer bolt. And it doesn't seem like that would have been the way it was made, so I'm a little bit perplexed about that, what to do with that. So today's jobs are not too bad. I need to swap the coils over because this one's got R for right on it and it's on the L for left side. I'm going to get the hoses buttoned up for the radiator, and I can stick the cover back on the radiator, and I think that'll be it as far as the front goes at the moment. I might start on the indicators as well because yeah, it's all jobs that need to be done. It's time to put the face back on the radiator, which I've got down here, and is looking okay. I do think I bent it slightly. Right, so radiator's buttoned up, coils are done, spark plugs are in. There are times when you look at a bike and just think, yeah, it's starting to really come together now, and that's where I hope to be in a few weeks with this CX500. No, in all seriousness, seriousness, we are at, I think, a turning point. So let me show you where we are and what we got to do. So nice day for once. So I've brought the bike outside. So I had this engine guard touching the water pipe from there, which wasn't right. So I've replaced it with a collar just to bring it out a little bit more and giving it a little bit of a touch up. Now I haven't got a bolt on that yet. The other one, as you can see down there, is flush because that's got no water pipe to touch. A little bit strange, but the kit might have come with that, and I just don't know. But that was just a collar that I had around. So the spark plugs are in, the radiator's on. The front, disappointed with this because it doesn't quite line up where I'd like it to, which is a real shame. Oh god, it does line up when you push them in. The grab bar at the back is now nice and secure, which was very easy, just a couple of bolts on each side. And I've got the insert sprayed for the back indicators. I'm going to buy 2 new ones of those because they should be chrome, but it will do for now. So with that done, the only jobs left to the petrol cap just arrived, which is there. Now I've got a brand new cap, but I didn't have the key lock and the extra fingerty bob. I think it just springs back to stop it banging shut. And my key fits it. Random that is, but that's really good. The only downside I've got at the minute I can see is this bolt is not threaded properly. So I'm going to get me tap and die set out and just have a go at that. Or I might even just swap the bolts over to see if that helps. And then the indicators can go on. Once the indicators are done, I think I am pretty much there while I just wait for other parts to arrive. I will get the CDI box done, but that's kind of it, and that will be a good place to be. I'll be quite happy with that. Right, very quick update because it is just about to have the heavens open where I am. I've got the back all buttoned up. The lights were a little bit of a challenge. The back indicators, because that one was never meant to go there, but I've done a little bit of machining and managed to make it fit. And that one's just in need of a change, so we'll have a look at that in a little while. But that's the back done. So really pleased with that. That's just perfect. Loving that. Right, I'm getting close. I've put the badges on the side panels, which look really, really good. And coming in here, the bike's now to the point where I am ready to mount the carbs. I'm still waiting for the O-rings for the carbs, which I'm hoping to be here today. And we'll hopefully that will happen and we'll be good to go with that particular part. So with the carbs now, the rubbers are a bit hard, so I'm boiling the kettle to do just do the left one. That will still give me enough space to get it in the gap and get the wires, the cables on for the throttle and the choke. But that's it. Once the carburetor's on, I think we're pretty much there and we'll be ready for a start. Something else I have done is, it does look really nice, is I got the badges through yesterday, the Honda badges for the tank, and I've just put that on. So the cap's now mounted, that badge is now mounted. I'm missing 2 grub screws for the just for the other side, so I'm going to steal the ones off the engine signs and put them on instead, which will be kind of cool. So I've got Thing is there, kettle's boiled, so let's heat up that rubber. And then hopefully that'll become malleable enough for us to put it on. So that's now been soaking for about 5 minutes, and it's starting to get, I've just took it out, bloody hot. So that's the one we're going to chuck it on. Then we're off for it out, we'll stick the cables on, and then we'll put the other side on. It should still give me enough space to get the O-rings in, and then as soon as they arrive, which is hopefully today, I can get that buttoned up on that side, and we'll put the air cleaner ones in afterwards. So just put it down for a second and squeeze that on. Yep, so that went on really easy, which was great. So what we'll do now is we'll feed this through as we're meant to, just avoiding cables and such. And that goes roughly there, and already I can see that I'm slightly at the wrong angle with that, so I'm just going to rest that there, and I'm going to turn it slightly, and I'll set you up on tripod and we'll get the cables done. Right, so I managed to move that across quite easily, which was good. It's still very malleable under there. What I have seen here is, though, I think my cables are wrapped around the wire, which we're going to have to sort out. Pull now. Now the choke one is the one without the thread, and it just mounts through a holder up here and connects to this down the bottom. So what I can do is, I know where this goes, but just for demonstration purposes, I'll get this kind of in place. A way to go with that particular one, which, so if we just tip this up slightly now, I should be able to just thread this through. Yep. Slip it in. Lovely. And we do the same with the other one. Right, so they are on, but not adjusted. Already I'm getting very good snapback. So I'm thinking we probably won't have to do too much on that. What I should have done while I was doing all of that was put the other inlet into some water. Alright, so I would normally leave this in there longer, but I'm a very impatient person. So I'm going to pull it out. Give it a shake. Right, so with those bits done, all I've got to do then is put the Pycock in. Pycock? What's a Pycock? The Pycock. Into the tank. Run some fuel hose, which I've got. Start it up, ride off, be very happy. Yeah, I think I've got all the bases covered. Right, so the bits I've been waiting for have arrived, and I've now buttoned up all of the water and the carburetors onto the heads, which seem to go okay. I've put antifreezes in there, so that's really good news. It's not leaking at the moment, but it's not running yet, so we'll have to kind of see what happens with that. I've got the connectors from the back of the carburetors to the airbox in some boiling hot water. So that's the next job. That's going to be real fiddly. Kind of hope I'm overstating that slightly, and they go on as easy as the other bits did. But yeah, that will be it. Apart from putting the Pycock on the tank, and then a little bit of fuel hose. So I may be walking to the petrol station in a moment to get some petrol, which would be absolutely huge. And if these carbs work without any leaks, I'll be over the moon. But they have been sitting for at least 5 years. The sliders are free, but we'll have to kind of see how that bit goes. So I'm going to squeeze these bits in, and yeah, then we'll come back and see where we are with that bit. Well, this has been a journey, and she's back together. Eva is 98% done. Why they say that? The radiator cap isn't on because I still need to bleed the system. I haven't clamped on the fuel or put in a fuel filter yet, so there's still a couple of bits left to do. But I need to know if she's going to run. I've got to put the drains on for the carburetors as well. So a couple of bits still to do, but enough is done now to see if she is going to run. So this means I'm going to sign off here, go and grab my can, have a quick walk up to the petrol station, and then back, fuel in, and fingers crossed time. This has been an absolute pleasure to work on. So let's get the fuel in and see if she'll start. So I've just put a wee tickle of fuel in her, and we're on off. So we need to go to reserve and see if those carburetors hold, or if there's enough fuel just to activate. We'll have to see. There's nothing coming out at the moment on that side, and that side looks dry. It's possible I haven't put enough petrol in there. I don't want to put too much in case it's got to come off again, but we will we'll give it a go. Ooh, that was promising. She's a runner. Very quickly took my mic off there because I remember these mics don't record exhaust noise very well. Looking for fuel leaks at the moment. It will idle. Fuel seems to be holding. Slight backfire. Alright, we can adjust that. We might just need a little bit of a run just to get it sorted. So I'm going to stick you on just like this. I'm going to try and take it down the road a bit. wicked. Just realised I'm plugged. Come back to you because I realised I've got a mic on now. I haven't plugged the rear backlights back in, which is just dangling there, so I just need to do that. Yeah, there's a slight misfire, and the left bank still sounded slightly tappy, so I may have to check again the valves on that side. But now I know that it's a runner. It makes all of the difference. Well, I'm going to just button that up now. I need to check the cooling system. I need to get it up to temperature because the temperature gauge hasn't moved yet, but that's not unusual. So we'll see how that bit goes. But oh, what a result. She's a runner. Eva lives. So where I've got no mic on, so the audio might be a little bit off, but what I've done is I put the radiator cap on and hadn't lost a lot of fluid, which was good, and the fuel tank's on, and I've put a clamp on it as well, and I've connected the rear brake light. So that's it. It needs a proper shakedown ride now. So yes, this is me off. Hopefully I'll be back. Right, so just come back from a shakedown ride, and it was only a couple of miles. Speedometer, tachometer working okay. The temperature was within operating parameters, which was really cool. And coming back so far underneath it, it's dry, but backfiring like a pig. Absolutely on idle. Bang, 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 bang. And it's holding revs. I've just checked the throttle cables and they're fine and returning okay. So it's a problem with the carburetor. It won't be a big problem. I'm going to pull it off, strip the carbs down and have a look. Now they would, as you know, earlier on there was a tag on them for £200 because they had just been refurbished. But as I mentioned, that was at least 7 years ago. So anything could have happened in that time, and it looks like something's got inside just one of the jets. So we need to get it out, clear out the pilot jet, the main jets, and just yeah, hopefully that'll be it. But it was pulling really well. It was a slightly tappy on the left hand bank before I went, but I think once we got running and the oil pressure just went up, it was fine. The temperature was just at the end, but a little gap is in the middle, so below half, which was again fine, okay. I don't know if that's hot enough to get the thermostat open, but it's hot enough just to see how things going, and that was constant, so that was good. Yeah, I am over the moon. I did want to go and show the guy who brought it back for me, Bob, but I didn't want to risk it with it backfiring quite so much. So I think what I'll do is I'll just pull the carbs and get them sorted and then take it down to him like that. So overall though, yeah, brilliant. It's so nice to ride it, and I could already tell people just looking at her because she is just an absolute work of art. So let's get those carbs off, which won't be today, but will be tomorrow, and then we'll take it from there. Oh, what I did I stuck my heat gun on the exhausts, and they were both reading the same, so I know both cylinders are firing, so that's not the issue. So yes, get them off. So that's it. The bike has turned out so much better than I ever thought it would. It's truly a work of art and a testament to those Honda designers back in the day. And what this has done is inspired me to look for more classic bikes to bring back to life. So I will do, and there's an auction coming up, I think, next month from now when this video goes out. Couple of things. The carburetors were adjusted and worked perfectly. Once I'd redone the tappets as well, which obviously could have been a factor in the misfire. It's running beautifully, and the happy end to the story is now that it has moved on to a very happy new owner, and I'm sure that they're going to get years of enjoyment out of this particular bike. So if you haven't done already, please like this video. Just there, it's easy. Share, subscribe, do all you know what to do. And until next time, ride safely, guys.